Welcome to Ni Santas Ni Diablas,
where we are unapologetically imperfect.
Join us as we defy society's labels of what it is to be a good girl.
We're your hosts, Kay,
Miriam,
and Rami. Welcome to the safe space.
Oh, that part we say together.
Welcome back, guys.
What's up? I can't do anything, right?
Apparently we can't count today.
Can't count today. How's
Hey
it going?
guys, it's going.
It's going.
Yeah.
We
Happy
survived the nice storm.
birthday.
Oh, yeah.
It's Michaela's birthday.
How old did you turn?
It was Michaela's birthday.
I turned 26.
I'm 26 years old.
Yeah. Yep, turned 26.
Your birthday was kind of a dub with that snowstorm.
It's always like a dub half the time.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you doing this year? What are you doing this year? It's like,
Nothing.
we'll
First
see.
of all, she was supposed to have a whole ass party.
A whole birthday party.
I had a whole ass fit.
You did?
I know, but COVID,
Yeah, remember? That's why I convinced her to do a party. I had an outfit.
COVID came and took like
Yeah.
2 weeks of my January.
I feel like it was too crazy.
Everything happened so quick. And then, well, it snowed the day of my birthday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 5-6 inches.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
It was pretty
just a
thick.
snowstorm.
It was
Yeah.
light but thick.
And then this weekend, I was hoping it wasn't going to do that ice thing today. I'm happy it did it. What was that?
It's
2 days
icy
ago?
today.
Yeah, I couldn't open my car door.
I was busting my
It was hella
ass
icy.
out front, but yes, January birthdays, winter birthdays.
Freaking sucks.
We should have that opportunity to celebrate twice.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I
In
feel
the
like we should
winter.
have winter. Like I would even give up celebrating my birthday in the winter
Have you done
celebrate it.
to
small?
celebrate it in
In the
June.
summer.
Yeah.
Like 6 months later.
I'm not mad at it.
Like because
What you trying to do?
You know what I hated having a winter birthday because I don't like the attention on me always. But in elementary school, I wanted to be the girl who brought the cupcakes on her birthday.
You never brought cupcakes on your
Half
birthday?
the time because I had no school. School closing because of the weather.
I never got to do that because my birthday's early January, so
There was no school.
there was no school.
Mine
we were
was
still
like
on
the
break.
first day of school. They'd be like,
Yeah, it
who's
was
this chick bringing cupcakes on first day? I'm like, me.
I don't know, y'all, but say happy birthday.
It's happy birthday. It's my birthday.
It was the
Here's a
holiday,
cupcake.
and then like where my birthday is, that's when the weather like really likes to take its
Yeah,
time to,
this
like,
part
really
of the
show.
winter. Mm-hmm.
Someone told me like,
But then you have to think about it. Not everybody lives in New York
Facts.
or like in like the east upper.
that's true. Like people who
Upper
live in
East
like
Side.
California, they can like go out or like Texas.
So
or,
like we're the only ones who have bad weather in January. Well, like our area, this
East
part
Coast.
of.
well, East Coast
Yeah,
people
East
should be allowed
Coast.
to celebrate another time.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
But we're excited. Today we're going to talk about opposite friendships with a sex.
Try that again.
That's why I don't like narrating.
Try that again. What are we talking about?
Opposite sex friendships.
Being friends with someone who is of the opposite sex.
There you
Exactly.
go.
I was like, is that what we're talking about?
Oh God.
But I can't relate to this at
Uh-huh.
all. I'm being like real. Not because like I don't want to have a friendship
It
with
just never happened to
It just
you.
never happened. Really never
Um,
happened for me.
I think I can, and I have been friends with someone of the opposite sex, as a single person and someone in a relationship. But obviously, there's,
I have as well. Growing up, one of my best friends was a guy. And actually, I had a couple good friends that
you
were guys.
did actually.
Now that I think about
really
it,
did.
like I had a couple good friends that were guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I started dating, I mean, I'm still friends with those people. And like I don't have too many new relationships with guys,
Mm-hmm.
but like when you meet people at work, like I'm friends with guys at work.
I worked for like county stuff. So like taking tests and stuff like that. So people who are in the county have been there for
Years.
20 plus years.
Yeah.
So
You're a unicorn.
So it's
They're, like,
rare.
young?
Yes. Oh, when I'm there, so I've had male friends, but I met them through like you guys or like but I never met that like had that genuine like, oh, I met him here and we're like close friends.
Like by yourself.
By myself.
See,
Okay.
I wouldn't say the guys I meet now are close friends, but they're definitely friends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, we
But like
text
met by
now and then.
myself. Like you know what I mean? Like your significant other, becoming a friend, or you're significant. Like I've never met like by myself.
Yeah, and growing up in high school, I was friends with, like I said, a good amount of guys, but like there was always like 2 guys that I was always like really close friends with, and like it was just so annoying because people would always assume
Your eyes were together.
Dating, not even really dating, but like I had a crush on them.
Oh, of course.
Like it was always like, how do you not like him? You're always with him. I'm just like, first of all, one of them is like, well, both of them were like my brothers.
Yeah.
Like, especially one of them, I was like, I have no interest. Like, that's
God.
like my little brother.
Yeah.
And the other one, I literally was never attracted to at all. Like, he was strictly my friend. Even till this day, like, we still keep tabs on each other. And he's in a relationship. And I feel like even when I message him, like, I am very clear just in case. Like, it's always like, hey, bro, like, what's up? And he's gives it, like, he's very
same energy.
Yeah, same energy. Because
great.
we never, like, not that we even talked about it. It was kind of just like neutral. Like, this is not a thing. Like, we're just, like, honestly just friends. Like, and I cherish that. I appreciate that.
Have you ever experienced like being friends with a guy, but there's like some tension or sexual tension? Or
before that, my question also for me growing up, friends with a guy is kind of taboo without someone, especially like, is that your boyfriend?
Do you like that?
Like, would you tell your parents about the friend who's a boy?
My parents knew.
Okay.
But one of them was also like a family friend.
Okay.
So that was fine.
So that was fine. Like, they already knew. And the other one, I don't think I told them until like I was like older and I was inviting people over to my house to do stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, that's my guy friend. Like, but I don't think they never really, I don't know. Maybe they didn't think I was like into dating.
Now for me,
because I could have easily covered that up and been like, oh yeah, it's my friend. But like, granted, they weren't like going in my room or anything. Like, it would just be like at barbecue, like, oh yeah, invited all my friends, and there would be guys there.
Nah, for me, my parents were like, no guy friends. And then their whole reasoning behind that is like, me and your mom were friends before, so you can't be friends because you're gonna end up dating. And then like, obviously at that time when I'm in like the school years, they didn't want me dating, so that was their whole reason. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I wouldn't get like no friend guys, but like if I were to bring a guy who's my friend, obviously even when you bring your boyfriend, it's always still a friend. Like that first initial, like, oh no,
this is my friend.
You know, like
this is my friend.
Yeah.
The first time I introduced my parents to a guy, I was like, oh yeah, this is my friend. And then they were like, your friend or your friend?
Nah, I don't even say that. I just say his name. That's it.
No, I was like, that's my boyfriend. It was like, oh, now he's your boyfriend. I thought he was your friend. I was like, yikes.
You guys are doing too much right now.
Yikes. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we established like that part. Like, so parents will associate, oh, you can never just be like, what is this? Like,
exactly.
But for you, because one was a close friend and then you were older. Like,
I was older, so it was kind of just like, oh, okay. Like, that's your friend. But growing up, it was like we had a neighborhood, so there was a lot of people.
Oh, okay.
Like, there was
hanging
more,
out.
Yeah, there was like actually I think more guys than girls in our neighborhood. But like I said, like, I've moved into my house. I don't know, how old was I? Probably like 10 or 11,
something like that.
So since that age, like, we were always like playing outside and stuff like that. Granted, I couldn't go to their house, but you know, we would play outside and they wouldn't really think much of it.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason. But I never really talked to my parents about like having guy friends. Not a lot of conversation goes on between me and my parents. Like, it's a kind of trial and error. I do it. If I get in trouble, it's like, I guess they didn't like that. Like, I guess they didn't like that. But there's never like a set talk like, you can't be friends with guys. No. Like how your parents were like, no friends with guys. Never had that rule, because it was kind of just like, the issue never, like, it was
until
never,
it comes up. Same thing.
The issue never really came up till.
So we can't do that,
right? You don't like
you
that?
Never said anything.
But even in college, they were still like sus about it.
Really?
Like when they came over for my graduation, and then I had like my guy friends in like the house I was renting, and then my dad was just like, I can already see it in his face.
Their whole demeanors changed.
They were just tight, and that day was horrible.
I was just sitting there like, she's okay.
And it's just like, what did you expect?
You were there?
Yeah, I was there.
Like, it's so crazy. Like, say it was flipped and it was my brother, and it was just like, they would have been like, oh, okay, cool, nice to meet you. but it was just like not good.
Mm-hmm.
Her parents came early, so what happened was her parents came to the house to like clean her room up, and it was still a couple hours before graduation.
Yeah.
So everyone else was coming from their other like ceremonies before, because like college separate ceremonies, and all the guys came, and it was kind of like, oh man.
And then especially like after my ceremony was done and everyone's taking pictures and there's like mad of like my guy friends there and they're all like trying to take pictures with me, but they're all like scared because they can see like my parents are tight, and then we had a big
see, like them like
and then we had a big ass fight in front of everybody.
Wait, you and your parents?
Yes. It was
because
a
of the
horrible
guys.
day.
It was probably
everything. It was everything.
It was a tough one.
It was supposed to be a great day. That was one of the worst days. Of course.
Damn.
And it was because of the guy, literally because of the guy.
I don't think it was just because of that.
Well, that started off.
That's how it like started off, and they're just like finding everything. You know what I mean?
It was a rough one. I felt bad because like I can't say anything either.
Yeah.
As much as I want to, I will ruin it for her as well. Like,
Oh hell no! You keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Oh
like,
no!
who are
I
you?
but
And
I
you
had
just
to
feel
tell,
bad.
I had to tell her.
Let me call Eva real quick.
I had to tell her friends first.
Yeah.
Like guys, just I'm like I know it sounds messed up, but like they're like, what's up with their like they were like very
Yeah. They were like,
about,
why are they like this?
they were very vocal
Like,
about it. I was like, you guys, I know you guys just won't understand.
yeah.
Like,
They just literally wanted to just celebrate with me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't allowed. Like what? And that's like one thing that like always got me tight, and they never apologized for.
And do you remember when I had my graduation party, there was mad guys around? Do you remember my graduation party?
With your sister?
No, it was just me. It was like in this, obviously it was summer, we graduated in June. And it was just like a barbecue, but like literally everybody that we were friends with
was in your
there.
backyard.
Yeah.
I think I went.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
there. Everybody was there.
Trying to remember. It's a lot of
Like,
barbecues.
Like everybody who was in our circle and our like outer circle.
Oh.
They were all there, like including all the guys and everything.
Was your Sweet 16 the same way too, or your quince name?
My quince?
Because it was in your backyard. Were
It was
you
in my
allowed to
backyard.
invite,
There was actually a couple of guys there, but obviously they were all from
The
church.
church, that's what I
so
mean.
they knew all of them. So it wasn't
That's
a
different
big deal.
too. The church guys, of course, you can't
Yeah.
even.
No, my mom's like, So it's like not even that.
I would be chill with it, but yet again, I feel like it's because my parents knew I was not interested at all, like at all, like nothing.
I have an older brother,
Uh-huh.
and I'm actually really close to my older brother. We're like 4 years apart. I would hang out with him and his friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but your brother was there, so I don't really count.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. So like that was like that. It wouldn't count.
They're
but,
not
like,
your friends though.
I know, but like as I've gotten older, I've become friends with them. But like that's like the only, my parents never said anything.
Yeah.
So I don't think like they would have said. It's not so much like, oh, you can't have a friend. It's more the fact like they'll probably be like, is that your friend? Like, what's behind it? I'll probably get more of that. Like,
So what do you think your parents would say now if you like, came home? Scenario.
Yeah.
You just came home to visit, and well, I guess not visit because we all still live at home.
we come home at our curfew.
We all still.
I don't even have a curfew,
No,
but
we
I have a curfew.
Exactly.
It's so annoying.
Exactly. I don't have a curfew.
Unspoken.
It's an unspoken
Unspoken
curfew.
one.
Unspoken
because,
curfew.
and it depends on the day.
Depends on the day, how they're feeling.
How they're feeling,
Sometimes I
'cause-
come home at 2.
And it's
Sometimes I gotta
fine.
be at 10.
Yeah, sometimes it's 11. It's like, it's getting late. And I'm like, it's 11. Sometimes it's 2 o'clock in the morning. No
Right.
text. And I'm just like, are y'all alive?
Right. That's why y'all see me panicking. I'm like, I think I should go.
I think it's almost 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a text. That's concerning.
With the weekend, I'm
Yeah.
not like. It's not so much it's not I'm scared anymore.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I don't want the questions.
I didn't even get those. This is be like, you got home late.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that's it.
All I do is like, yep.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want me to say? I was like, yep.
My mom's like, it's very late. Don't you work tomorrow?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yeah. Good night. Love you.
It's usually I'm out like Saturday nights. So then like Sunday, my dad would be like, oh, what time did you get home? And then I'll be like,
So he goes to sleep. He don't wait up for you?
sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. So like that's like some of the things that like worries me. I'm like, ugh, do I got to deal with this when I get home? And then like
Yeah.
if I see his light on, I have to go to his room and check in.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, like that's mad disrespectful.
Oh, you check in?
Sometimes.
I do not. I'm like,
like his
I'll be
light,
like this. I'm like,
And then
I don't gotta say nothing to them.
No, his light on is for a reason.
They
so.
they come in my room like, you everything okay?
Yeah, like
I'm just like, oh yeah, you're awake.
Like, I'd rather go in and say hi than him come all the way downstairs to my room.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
Like, I'd rather do that.
my parents are like on another level. So I'd be like by the door, I'm like, I'm going to bed. And then my mom would be like, get the dog. I'm like, oh, she's up. But my mom's always up. Like,
Yeah.
she's just one of those Latin women that like.
Yeah, no. Sometimes they stay up. My dad. Sometimes if it's really late, like if it's hitting 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning,
they're like,
they're
little, like,
yeah.
But he's more chill when my mom's not here. So, like, right now. Like, I'm going to tell him, oh, I'm going out to dinner tonight with the girls. He'll be like, okay, where? I'm going to say, oh, wherever we're going tonight. And he'll be like, okay, like, be safe, da-da-da-da.
And that's it.
That's it.
So is he still like more meticulous on like details and stuff like that?
I'm more detailed when I'm going out with Justin. So then I'll tell him like where I'm going, what time.
I'll be giving the basic. I'm going out.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't even know where most of the time I don't know where I'm going, to be honest. Like, I'm just like, oh,
What are you gonna do? We're still figuring it out.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be home late. Or
like today I was like, oh, by the way, it's Michaela's birthday. And she was like, oh, so ang andan? I was like, yeah.
I was gonna tell him after this. Cause I was like, oh, I gotta record, da-da-da. He was like, okay, the view. You have the view at 2 o'clock. And I was like, yeah. But I'm telling him after this.
No, I told them I was gonna celebrate it today. They're like, oh, good, because they kind of understand on the fact like the weather and stuff like that. And I am 26, so it's not gonna be like, oh,
I don't mean shit though.
Well,
honestly,
so
I'm 26. There's
certain, like,
and I still get attacked.
My dad is still like, we understand, like you know, like she wants to celebrate. Like me, I'm still young. I want to celebrate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was like, oh, okay, fun, good. So
anyway, that was a tangent.
yeah,
That was
a big ass.
I was
tangent.
like, what are we talking
How
about?
did we get here? That was a rant. That was a rant because
I think we're all a little frustrated right now.
Yes. You know, like when you're sexually frustrated,
Yeah.
we're like frustrated to that extent.
Freedoms.
For freedom.
I was about to say
Help.
freedom sexual. Freedom.
Just
frustration.
Yeah, freedom, frustration. Like, yeah. Anyways, so scenario.
Yes, we talked.
back to
we
the
talked
scenario.
about okay. You guys had a friend who.
Wait, that was my scenario.
Oh, sorry.
My scenario was basically you bring a guy home and you're like, hey, this is my friend.
Yeah.
Just like a random guy. Like, this is my friend. He just came. Either, I don't know, you want to feed him or something. Like, oh yeah.
Am I single or in a relationship?
Just as you are now.
Okay.
And you're like, this is my friend. His name is John. Let's make John a white guy.
Ain't no white man coming to my house.
Let's make him.
Okay,
I'm not friends with one.
So right now,
Yeah, what would they say? Like,
it's kind of weird being in a relationship. It would be a little weird because that those lines are very blurred. Like, is that your friend? Like, why are you bring? Like, I wouldn't bring someone home out of the blue, especially a guy. That's kind of weird. Like for me, like
for you,
I feel like I'll probably like make him a plate for him to go. Like, he wouldn't set foot in my house and like sit down and eat. So I'd be like, oh, my friend, like, you know, I would just say coworker. I would tell them it's a coworker, and it's depending what food I make. Like, I would probably not want that person to come inside my house and to make it look like I don't want my parents to think I'm getting comfortable with someone else. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
Because
I'll just
you
try to
never
make
know.
it really small.
I see, but maybe because I honestly don't give a fuck. Like, I feel like if I know he's my friend, and there's nothing there, and he just, you know, we just have mad food at the house. I'm just gonna be like, oh, hey, like, we're having a party at the house. Like, come through, get some food. Like
I wouldn't. Weird.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
I don't. No, it's just not that I don't have a male friend. I don't have
I
a male
wouldn't
friend
care
like that.
because I personally know there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Like, why?
I'll
Okay,
just,
like stop by. Like, hey, this is my parents. Like, this is my friend.
like
A coworker.
I don't mind them stopping by, but I'll make them a to-go plate.
All right. So for me, being in a relationship, I feel kind of. I'm being an adult. I'm okay with having my boyfriend have a significant other as a friend. Yes. But there has been times where a situation did occur in like later years that I am a little like aware of things. I personally don't have any male friends. Not because I don't want to. I just
never happened.
It's never happened that way.
Would you?
Would I?
Yeah.
It depends.
I don't think she would.
I don't think I'm not.
Would you like if a guy approached you friendly?
Yeah.
Like, would you be like, oh yeah, like, and he's like, oh, let's go out to drinks, like us in a group. Like, obviously, when you're with a guy, there's boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would if he was literally like, hey, you know, you and I and some other other coworkers, let's go out.
Probably not.
No.
Because I don't think that's ever going to happen for me.
But what if it does?
What if it did? What if there was a freaking 25-year-old guy that was like, hey, like, let's go out. Let's,
it's Friday. It's happy hour.
Everybody,
let's go.
like, let's go.
Would you go?
I really don't know. I'm not, I can't put myself seeing me in that situation.
What's stopping you from going?
It happening. Like, I can't.
Michaela, but hypothetically speaking.
No.
If it were to happen, what would you say?
I feel weird about it.
You wouldn't feel comfortable with it?
I wouldn't feel comfortable about it.
Okay. Why not?
Because for me personally, it's just like, I don't want to go out to have drinks with another man.
What if there's other people?
Yeah, it's like the whole everybody. But
that's meeting.
It was his plan.
He invited you.
No, it's meeting new people. That's like interacting like with new people. I already like don't barely know him.
Yeah,
and that's okay now. Like for me, I'm very awkward. And then,
so if it was a girl, you'd be okay with it.
I probably still feel weird with a girl. I'm not a big.
I think she would still feel weird too. Not gonna lie.
So at this point, is it a opposite sex situation or your social anxiety situation?
More like social anxiety situation.
Okay. And I feel like the male would add even more.
Yeah. And then I think going to my significant other because I'm awkward about it, it'll probably make it seem like, why are you so awkward about it if that's the case?
So how would your significant other feel? Let's say you were like cool with a coworker and like, you know, for example, y'all went, I don't know, for a walk or like went to the gym and met up.
Or out for lunch because you guys have a lunch break. Like, let's go grab something.
How would he feel?
He wouldn't be comfortable with it.
Really?
Yeah, he wouldn't be comfortable with it.
Oh.
He wouldn't be comfortable with it.
Now, does that have to do with security in the relationship or insecurity, I should say?
Insecurity. Lack thereof.
Lack of security.
Yeah.
So insecurity.
Security.
No, it's more trust issues.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
He's insecure. Yeah. He's insecure in the relationship because there's no trust.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. Yeah, like because there was a moment in my point where I gave him a reason not to trust me. But at the same time,
and has he given you?
He's giving me a reason to trust him. Like
so you trust him.
So
completely.
you trust him with having a friend of the opposite sex?
I trust him. I don't trust. There was one person in his life, and he respectfully said
declined.
No. Yeah, like on like talking, like we like friendship wise, like.
So what's I guess your boundaries for him? Do you establish boundaries or you just trust him enough to set those?
I said, listen, if she calls, don't be like, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Like, be open about it. Like, oh yeah, she called me the other day. Or like, oh yeah, like don't be like, I'm going to find it weird when she calls you and you say, yeah, I'm going to talk to you later.
Yeah, that's sus.
Yeah. Or like, oh, I'm in the room with Kit, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, why do you have to announce me? Like, so like certain stuff like that. But he would never, like, he knows, like, I'm not going to go out to dinner with her. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
And we don't have a big friend group. Like, we just don't. We're not like that. But was there times where I didn't feel okay with the fact? Yes.
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of natural.
That's natural. But now I'm more a little understanding. But there was this one person where what happened was he confided into her during a situation. And, like, he really confided with her. And for me, I'm like, now I kind of don't want that, like.
Because it's, like, too vulnerable.
Yeah,
when
like,
he's supposed to be vulnerable with you.
I don't want you to go to her every time we have a problem.
Yeah.
I can't go to someone every time I can't go
then
to.
Then it's an issue.
It's not, you know, like, for me. So, for me, the boundaries, like, as I've showed you this, you know, and you've told me, like, I don't have no intentions to go literally take my time to go see this person and stuff like that. It's more like, if she calls, don't say, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Talk, you know, like, be transparent about it. You know, I trust you. Just sometimes I feel like, why is she so, like she's not anymore. Like it was when we were not together. I have a problem when it's like, why are you so engulfed in our relationship? You know what I mean?
Agreed.
I'm like, why do you want to know so much?
Yeah.
But she's not like that. For the beginning, I was kind of fearful of that because he did confide in her.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I don't want 3 hours a day having
Yeah.
conversations, you know.
That's weird.
I think when it comes to being in a relationship, and I've learned this the hard way, when you have shit going on, just keep it between you and your partner.
Yes.
Keep it between you and your partner, especially
Yep.
don't be telling some other
Yeah.
freaking woman or even man, because you don't know what their intentions
Exactly.
are.
Facts.
So that might backfire on you.
Exactly.
But I definitely learned that the hard way. And that's like one advice I live by. If me and my partner are having issues, that's between me and my partner.
Because who's gonna have to deal with it?
No
Me and
one
him.
else. Exactly. There's only one person to this day I'll tell anything to, and that is my sister, because I know she loves me unconditionally, and she would love the significant other unconditionally, unless he's beating me.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like my sister's the only person to this day where like I can vent and tell everything to, and even then I don't tell her everything.
Yeah.
I just tell her like little
Sometimes
things
you can't.
to get it off my chest,
Yeah.
and then that'll be enough to like
Yeah.
you know,
Make
deal
you
with
feel
other-
better.
Exactly.
And for me, another thing I communicated with him, I was like, listen, you need to let me know too if you're not comfortable telling me how you feel, not on just us in a relationship, about how you're feeling on something in general in your life. I don't want someone, well, I told her what happened, she already knows. Why didn't I know?
Yeah.
Why couldn't I be that person of comfort? That's for me, it's another boundary. Like, let me know. Communicate that to me that you didn't feel comfortable,
Yeah.
but don't tell someone else that.
No, agreed.
Because it's like, oh, now you're giving this person like, you don't even tell her about it.
Yeah.
Like he trusts me more than he trusts her.
So I do trust him, but with this, with our lives, how it's going on right now, and the people who he surrounds himself right now, I'm very weary of the women.
Yeah.
And he's very respectful of that because of the career that he's in right now.
How about you, Miriam? As like if
Being in a relationship.
being in a relationship, are you okay with your significant other having a friend of opposite sex, and vice versa?
I'm okay with it. I honestly trust him a lot. And obviously there's certain things I probably wouldn't be okay with. Let's say, for example, like staying over, you know.
Oh yeah.
So like that's like the
that's
obvious
a bound-
things.
yeah, that's
like
a
the obvious
boundary,
things.
don't
But
cross.
like I trust him. Like I don't have an issue with it. They go out to lunch, that's fine. Like little things like that, that's fine. But obviously like those big things he's not gonna do. And then like if he does, like there's an issue. Like there's a problem.
Yeah.
For him, like for me having a friend the opposite sex, I honestly think he would be okay with it. Like as long as like I communicate and like, you know, I say what I'm doing, like there's no problem. And he would do the same thing too. So our minds don't wander.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's an issue with that at all.
I am more on the Miriam side.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay with it.
Just communicate.
As long as you're open.
Yeah.
I wasn't like that. I am like that now because, you know, I'm a different person than I was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, I could
So
see that.
like before I used to be like, no, like I used to like literally be so
Yeah.
insecure and just be
Yeah.
like, no friends at all.
I'm your only friend.
Yeah. You only need me.
My precious.
Did I come off like that?
No.
No.
Not
No.
you.
No. But like that's how I was like,
Yeah.
why do you need another girl? Like
Yeah.
I could do that. Like
I'm not enough for you.
Exactly. But now I'm just like, go ahead. You want to
Yeah.
have lunch? Like I feel like as long as there's this open line of
Yeah.
communication,
That's-
open lines of boundaries. Like you don't even have to tell me like if she called, like I don't even care.
Yeah,
to be
like-
honest. Just like, oh, like if you want to, I mean, I would respect, like not respect, but I would like if you're going out to lunch, like, hey, I'm going out to lunch with so I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, whatever.
But
Enjoy.
if they like give
Have
you
fun.
a call or whatever, like that's fine.
Yeah, like I don't want to know each text. Like I
Yeah,
could care less.
I could care less about each text,
could-
phone call,
right,
whatever.
do what you gotta
But
do.
just communicate with me outings.
Exactly.
That's what,
when
like-
you hang out. So like if
Yeah.
someone's like, oh, I saw so and so
Yeah.
with, you know,
Yeah,
your man.
your man. I'll be like, yeah,
yeah,
I
they went out
know.
to lunch.
Okay.
And now if I hear it for someone else,
Yeah.
and then I
Then
have to
there's
bring
an issue.
then I have to bring it up to
Yeah.
you. It's kind of just like, why didn't
Why
you
you tell me? What are you hiding?
Exactly. Why didn't you just tell me in the first place?
Don't get me started.
Exactly.
I have a question now. Okay. Being of the male friend or the female, if you and that friend did cross a boundary and you're still friends.
Like in the past, like a history?
I mean, that's kind of me right now. Like, I was friends with a guy, and it was more than friends, but now we're like back to friends. But like,
what about for him?
What do you mean?
If he had a friend like that?
As long as he communicated with me, because I already told him about it, so I don't think there would be an issue, because I already I did that to him, and he should communicate that to me if that were to happen, or if that did happen. Yeah.
So like, X is okay?
See, that's different.
I think exes is different.
Yeah, because I feel like it's so much more.
Because it was like a whole emotional thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ex is a little different. I feel like when it comes to ex, it depends.
It literally depends, like why you broke up, how your relationship was, and
how did you guys get back to being friends.
So for you,
that part,
you just made you communicated to us, like if you and your significant other were to break up, you would still want to be friends with them.
Yeah.
Okay, so if
that's not a good idea for the other girl. I'm gonna. You don't want me to be friends with my ex.
I understand, but like, let's say you're in a relationship now.
Don't do it. Please don't do
now,
it.
if you're in a relationship with someone, you're still friends with your significant other.
Yeah.
And he's also in the same boat like you are. How would you feel?
Hold on.
Okay. I got lost.
Okay, so
I'm friends with my ex. My new relationship. He's friends with his ex.
How would you feel?
I know he fucking her. I know I'm fucking him. We're both cheating on each other. I know we both cheating on each other. No. But this is why you can't be friends with
right. Drama.
It depends. Because the only reason I would want to be friends, like I mentioned with my ex, is because I don't fully want to let go. Like, I want to keep some aspects, which means like there's still emotional ties.
Yeah,
that's just why emotional.
Sexual ties as well. So then that's why I'm like, it won't. Exes is like a little, because I know my intentions. Like when I say like I'm gonna be friends with my ex, it's because I still want to be involved.
Yeah.
But maybe like it's just not working out. But eventually, like for me to be friends with my ex, we would have to like cut off completely for a couple years
and then come back.
And then maybe come back like, oh hey, how are you? Everything good?
But I feel like at that point when like say my significant other is befriending his ex, like what is the goal for this friendship?
That too.
So I'm like, what is the purpose?
What
like why? What are you gaining?
Well,
like,
we established she's not gonna be friends with you.
Like as like I don't know if that sounds crazy, but it's just like, what is the reason? You know?
No, I agree 100%.
So okay, like in your case, we'll cut it off anyway. That one friend, would you say you had feelings towards him at one point?
Yeah.
And wanting to be together with him at that one point?
Yeah.
Is that completely done? Like
that's so done.
Okay.
Like done. Like I don't care.
Because that wasn't like a 2-year friendship. That was how long?
5-6 years.
But then I feel like it's a little different because it was never a relationship.
No, it wasn't.
I feel like that's if it was a relationship, it would have been slightly different, and then I would be concerned.
I wouldn't be friends with him.
Exactly.
I feel like if
you guys were actually friends.
If it was a relationship, I honestly feel like I wouldn't still be cool with him today.
Okay, that's what I want to see, because you guys, but you did, like, you know how it's like you did establish those feelings for him. Nothing ever happened.
And that's why, like,
expired.
Yeah, like we're cool.
Your feelings expired.
Yeah,
now,
and like we don't hang out every day. We don't talk every day. We talk like few times a month. Yeah, and we just keep it at that.
Okay,
it's cool.
So, as a relationship, you guys feel you're okay.
I'm okay.
I'm on,
flippy flop. But I feel like that's more because you just need to solidify some things, like within your relationship.
It's still growing.
I feel like once you solidify those things. Because I was there. Trust me. Once you solidify those things and you like,
I'll be okay. Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to look at these women as threats.
Yeah.
Like, you're just going to be like, oh, okay.
Well, okay, cool. Yeah.
Because if you want to try something, go ahead and try something. Because
Yeah,
you
definitely.
ain't gonna come,
Yeah.
can't put that on air, but
Yeah. So relationships we know are as relationship being in a relationship. Now as a single woman.
I mean, I was single for a long time, so like being in a relationship now is really recent. So yeah, I could say there was sexual tension or some sort of like a little more with like a few guy friends, because I just feel like it kind of happens naturally. Like not saying like, oh, he's just there, so like I'm attracted to him, but it's just like the course of a friendship, you get closer to somebody and it's like, oh, you kind of look at them a different light. So I feel like that kind of, it happened, I don't want to say often, but it happened a few times.
Okay.
see, I feel like when that happens, like I've been in situations like, oh, I thought like we're friends, and then it's always like something that's and you're just like, seriously, dude. Like,
see, that's happened too.
Most of the guys that I'm friends with, we're friends because I'm not attracted to you.
Because it's just genuine friendship.
Yes. Like, if I'm attracted to you, I won't be friends with you because I'm attracted to you.
Yeah.
Like, I can't be friends with someone I'm attracted with.
Like, then it gets messy.
And not even that, like, I don't feel like I can be my pure self.
We're human.
If I'm attracted to you. So if I'm friends with you and you're a guy, it's because I want nothing to do with you. And I think you're dope.
Yeah.
And I want to be friends. Yeah. And I want to hang out. But, like, as friends, like, nothing else, because I have no sexual or physical attraction to you. Like, there's nothing there. It's like dead.
See, that's a smart way to do things.
I could see you naked and be like, put your pants on, because
so for you, those majority of those friendships that were male, were you all attracted to them?
All right, guys, I'm sorry we have to stop right here. I know this is so abrupt, but this is a long ass episode.
There's a lot to unravel with this.
Obviously
we gotta cut it too.
We got passionate with this.
Facts.
So tune in next week for part 2 of the same episode. We'll just be continuing,
thoughts and opinions.
Facts.
Yes.
If anything changed in the last couple of days,
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
You can follow us at Ni Santas Ni Diablas on Instagram and TikTok. And don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment below. We want to hear from you guys.
Facts.
Like, literally.
That was so funny. Comment.
We're begging.
She was wearing a cute shirt.
A little laughing emoji.
Yeah. Something.
Like,
a heart.
Right? A heart. Like
a twinkle star.
Something.
Thumbs up. Okay.
Like, let us
know.
Anything. Oh, and critiques.
Helpful
critiques.
We're very open.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Like,
is the volume good? Is the lighting good?
Right?
What's up?
Tell us. Like, did you not like this top?
Right? I'll throw it out right now.
Did you never want to see me wear brown again?
Facts.
Like, just let us know in the comments.
Yep.
That is all. See you next week.
See ya.